Welcome back to the channel. My name is Coach Ben. For those of you that are new here, this channel is all about coaching education and the soccer side of stuff, growing your career in the coaching side, which is what this video is going to be a little tailored towards. This video I got a few requests for throughout the comments, and just in terms of popularity of the videos that I tend to make, this one seems to be one of the ones that's a little more desired. So in this video, I want to outline just a few ways that you can find jobs that are available, see the requirements. You can sort of align and figure out where you are in terms of what you need to get for your own career in order to find and maybe get those jobs that you really want. So I broke this video down into 4 parts. Part 1 is just Google search. Google search is very easy and very efficient because you'll be able to search for any particular job in a city, in an area, in a country that you're interested in and that you're looking to explore. Part 2 is college marketplace. And so this college marketplace really has 2 different sites that you can visit. One is the NCAA marketplace and the other is the NAIA marketplace. And obviously there is junior college, but for the most part, these 2 are the ones that advertise the most jobs that are related to sports. And yes, there are soccer, but again, if you are just looking for any sports job, this is where collegiately, this is where they will advertise their jobs. The third is LinkedIn. One, yes, you can search for all your jobs. You can narrow it down to refinement, criteria, specifics that you're looking for, very similar to Google search. Fourth one is looking at your local youth soccer league, local clubs that are in your area. And obviously me being in Southern California, there are a vast number of club teams and youth teams in the Southern California area. So if you're in maybe a smaller state or a state that you might only have 1 or 2 club teams, it would probably be a little easier to figure out which teams that you can reach out to and contact if there's any job openings. So in part 1, we're going to be simply looking at Google search and how you can utilize that in kind of a very basic and simplistic way of finding head coaching jobs. So for the first one here, Google search is very simple. You just want to type in head coach soccer jobs. And so from right here, you're going to be able to see that there's quite a few jobs that pop up, right? So you can see you have Indeed, you've got LinkedIn, you've got Glassdoor, you've got all these different job posting boards where companies, for the most part, will post all of their jobs available so they can reach the most potential candidates. And so this is a very simplistic way to look at how to find jobs. And so right here, we're going to be looking at Southern California, and you can see that we have Irvine, California, which is kind of where I am, but you have the head coach men's job for California Intercontinental University. And so you can scroll down and you can see here the qualifications, everything that they're looking for in the head coach position. And so if that lines up with you, then that's something that you can go after and you can apply for and submit your resume and your application because you've met all those criteria. And if you wanted to take it a step farther, you can see right here that mine says in Mission Viejo, California, because that's where I live. And so if I were to go head coach soccer jobs, New York, and search, boom, right there, you're gonna see a bunch of jobs that are in your city or in your state that you can apply for. And again, this is the most bare minimum, simplistic way of getting started in finding jobs that are in your area, finding the qualifications and finding the requirements that you would need in order to apply for those jobs and be considered as a candidate. Google's your friend. Google is the best way to narrow it down and to get an overview of what's out there in terms of where you live. That's the best source, because from there you're going to be able to see, okay, if I do soccer coach jobs California, I can see right here assistant men's coach Riverside, assistant coach, where is that, St. Mary's. So I can see all of these, and then I can go to more jobs and I can see stuff that I'm interested in. So the next one we're going to be looking at is the 2 marketplaces for collegiate sports. This is for the NCAA and the NAIA. They're going to be broken up by what their governing body is. So the first one is NCAA Marketplace. And it's going to be the first one here that you pull up. You go to NCAA Marketplace. From here, you're able to do 2 things. You can search for keywords and locations. Very important if you have a particular state that you're interested in. And so for me, I want to go soccer and I want to come down here and I want to go to California, because obviously that's where I'm from, that's where I live. So I want to see what's available in the state of California. So I hit search, and right here, from here you can do one thing, which is what I highly recommend. You go to the first sort by and you change it to the newest section. And for the newest section, what's going to give you, it's going to populate all of the results from the newest one that they posted. I know it's revolutionary, but you don't want to apply for something that's maybe still on there because they forgot to take it down, but it's a month old. So you can see right here that if I narrow it down to California, I can see that there's not that many jobs that are available in California. And obviously UCLA, do I think I'm qualified for UCLA? Probably not yet. But you can see that they have all of these jobs. So Stanford Athletics Director Equipment, Marketing, Men's Head Coach. This is a community college, so you can see right here. The good thing about it, it tells you the Lassen Community College District. So that's a junior college in California, where it's located, full-time, your salary range, and then it breaks it down as well into what the qualifications and the experience that they're looking for as a hiring board. Okay, very, very important. And again, if you're, depending on where you are, you want to look at, I don't know, let's say Alabama. There you go. There's a few. We can search for soccer, may not pop up. No jobs in Alabama, sorry. But that's how you do it. That's the NCAA marketplace. And the good thing to know about the NCAA marketplace is every 2 to 3 years, there's a cycle of coaches being fired and coaches being hired. Next January, a lot of coaches are probably gonna get fired, or they're gonna resign, or they're gonna move on. And that's when a lot of these businesses and organizations and institutions post their jobs because they're looking for ideal candidates. And I remember 2 years ago, it seemed like every job in the United States, collegiately, was open. That's because a lot of people got fired, a lot of people changed positions, a lot of people left. So you just have to keep checking this, especially if there's a job that interests you. You can create an account. So you can see right here, I have my own account, and you can set up your alerts. So if you're interested in just soccer in a specific state, you can set that up to where you're gonna get an email every time a job from a college or every time a job that's related to soccer is posted in that state. So the next one, part 2 as well, is the NAIA marketplace. And so NAIA is another college governing body. So you just go NAIA marketplace. It's not as, I would say it's not as well designed as the NCAA one, but it gets the job done. The NAIA, mainly because you can see here that they don't break it down by sports really. It's just display all, admin, head coach, grad, or other. So there's not really a lot of specifics that you can break it down, but you can do positions. So we want to go head or assistant coach. We want to go to, let's say posted date, which is something similar. So March 9th was the most recent one. And you can go down here and you can see if there's any soccer ones. Let's see the first soccer one we have here. Assistant women's soccer coach, Dakota State. So again, it's not as refined as the NCAA marketplace, but if you're looking at an NAIA institution, it's a great place to see what's available currently. And it's the same cycle with the NCAA. Every 2 to 3 years, a lot of jobs get posted. Part 3 is LinkedIn. I can't understate how important LinkedIn is for networking. The first thing to do with LinkedIn is obviously you need an account, but to fill out the account as best you can. So when you jump into LinkedIn, this is the first thing you're gonna see. I'll be a little humble. The first thing you wanna do with LinkedIn is when you get on here, you want to make sure, and I'll show you my own profile so that you can get an idea for it, right? You want the profile to be as detailed as possible with your position and everything that you've done experience-wise that you think has helped you in terms of your career. Because I've noticed more and more that when you apply for jobs, there's a section where they can ask you to post your LinkedIn profile, and it can do one or two things. It can help you or it can hurt you. If your profile is empty and you don't have one, then it might not be a good look, whereas you're not bringing much to the table. Whereas if you have a LinkedIn where you're actively engaged in it and you're really engaging with the soccer community, it could be a bigger addition to your application when you approach or when you apply. Right here at the very top, you're gonna click on your jobs, and it's gonna be the same thing, right? Search by title, skill, or company. So right here, These are some of the jobs that I've saved just that interest me. It doesn't have to be how you want to do it, but we can search here. We can do soccer jobs. Okay, and what's going to happen is it's going to pop up and you're going to get a bunch of different titles and filters that you can do and you can apply to yourself, however it fits your need. So here we want to go date posted. Obviously, we're not going to look for something that's the past month or any time. We want to go past week. All right? We're not in Vietnam. Let's go California, United States. We want to go past week, show results, okay? And from here, you're going to be able to see every job that's posted on LinkedIn's marketplace from the past week. So you can see LA Galaxy, Youth Programs Coach, Social Media Manager. So let's just go to jobs. Let's see some of the jobs that I've saved and I can show you. So you see here, right, posted 3 weeks ago, the LAFC, the Los Angeles Football Club, posted Player Development Coach LAFC Academy. And the good thing with LinkedIn though, you can save in progress jobs. If I have any in progress, I don't. You can do archives. So these are all the men's soccer jobs that I've saved that have popped up because I'd use it for one or two reasons. The first one is either I apply for it because I like the organization and I think I may be a good fit. The second one is I may not be a good fit, but I like the job and I want to see what they're requiring and what I don't have from my own experience that I can go and either get or I need to get, or I can start looking for opportunities to get those experiences so the next time a job like that opens up, I know that I'm going to be a very qualified candidate. Final part 4, is your local clubs. And so wherever you are, it's going to be vastly different. You might have one team within 2 hours, or you might be like me in Southern California where in one city you've got 5 teams. All of them have opportunities, whether it is with a MLS Next team, whether it's with ECNL, ECRL, NPL, Flight 1, Flight 4, their rec programs, their pre-academy, their academy, whatever it may be, hundreds of job opportunities. You gotta know how to find it, but then you also gotta network a little bit in terms of getting your foot in the door. And I think that's the biggest obstacle that a lot of coaches don't know how to overcome, and it's just about meeting one person or getting into one job, whether it is a rec level, because that might be the foot in the door that you need in order to climb the ladder. Okay, so from here, I can only use this as my own experience, but you can go to local soccer clubs. And obviously this is going to be very specific to myself because I am here in California, but you can see right here, I just go right here. I have Mission Viejo FC, I've got West Coast, I've got ASO, I've got Laguna United, I've got Night Ravens, never heard of them before. I got Laguna Niguel, I got Freestyle, Liverpool FC, Capo FC, Orange County Soccer Club, Dragons FC, Happy Feet, Empire. If you look at this little map right here, that's where I live. And that's how many club teams and soccer opportunities are out there. But it's just a matter of getting your foot in the door, which is, I think, a very, very big hurdle that a lot of people don't want to do. Everyone wants the quick success to get to the top head coach position, but you gotta put in the work, you gotta put in the hours in order to get there. And so I wanna take one for example. So if you find a team, right, I'm using Liverpool FC for example, because in my opinion, they have very, very good marketing material out there. Their websites are designed very well and they post a lot, all right? And so if you go on any website, there's gonna be an opportunity here where it says, very bottom, most likely join our team or careers or something along those lines. Join our team right here. Experienced entry-level coaches for our girls and boys teams, minimum 99 11v11 license, and live within a 20-mile radius of Irvine, California. That's it. So you found one job. And so now the next part is applying for it. So go right here, see what there is. It's a Google Doc. So you see right here, it says, thanks for your interest. These are the 2 sections to fill out. About you section, core values. So even if you just go through it very simply, you can see I'm looking for any one of these opportunities. It's clearly written right there, but you gotta be humble. You gotta take the experience in order to climb the ladder. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't wanna do. And I don't understand why, but that's what it takes in order to climb the ladder, to get your foot in the door, and then more opportunities will open up as you network more. Those are my 4 parts for if you're trying to get a start in coaching. That's what you can start to look for. That's how you can utilize all the resources that are out there from Google, LinkedIn, the marketplace, and in finding your own local club organizations. Everyone's story and journey is going to be a little different in terms of how you get your own opportunity, but I hope that's a great start for you. I hope that just helps you identify and narrow down some real resources and how to use it, and some keywords and what you can look for so you can find the first opportunity, because that's what you need. Again, as I shared earlier, my first opportunity came from a rec program, and then slowly I started to meet people, and then I got offered more and more and more, and that's where I currently am now. Every person's journey is going to be very different, so my recommendation is take a little time, narrow down what you really want to get to, the end goal, work backwards. What do you need to get there? Go on to college websites, find people's profile, look at their experiences, find some past jobs, see what they were looking for in terms of the requirements, and then go after that. And that's how you go backwards from where you want to be to where you are, and then you can start climbing the ladder to get there. So I hope this helped. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out through comments or the email that's at the very end of this video. Glad to help, glad to be a part of your journey. Wish you all the best. Peace.